I.E.L.T.S Training Center. Take your book, prepare for I.E.L.T.S Skills and Strategies. For speaking task, page number 107. Reading, writing, listening, and speaking. So we have come here to the speaking task. So three parts are there. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3 in speaking test. 15 marks are given for speaking. 9 marks are given for speaking. Within 15 minutes you have to speak. So coming here to the activity 13. Look at the following. For speaking it is 9 marks and 15 minutes totally. In part 1 almost 2 to 3 minutes where you interact with the interviewer or examiner, where it is like an ice-breaking session. They ask you your name and qualification, whatever it is. So all type of ordinary questions. Look at the following and complete the question by inserting a word or words that someone might ask when you first meeting you. When somebody meets you, what do they ask? What's your name? Right? First time when somebody asks you, what do they ask you? What's your name? Second, do you or are you? What are the two options? Or what are the two selections which you go? Do you work or are you a student? A student, right? A student. Right. Third, what do you like about? What do you like about what? How do you say what do you like about? Your hometown? What do you like about your hometown? What do you mean by hometown? The place you live in. Where do you, what is the answer you come from? How long have you been here? So these are the general questions they will be asking you. So in task 1, part 1, what's your name? Do you work? Are you a student? What do you like about your hometown? Where do you come from? How long have you been here? Right? Okay. See, sample answer. A sample answer is given here. Here's one person's possible self-introduction. So the possible self-introduction, what is that? My name is, see his name is Philip, okay? My name is Philip, and I come from Paris, right? So what is the tense here? Present tense. Will you say my name was Philip? I came from Paris? No. It is present tense you have to use. My name is Philip and I come from Paris. The present tense you are using. At the moment. So at the moment, this phrase belongs to present tense or past tense or future at the moment. Present, at the moment, right now. At the moment, I am. So you are using the present tense. I am a student. And I am studying. It is present continuous, right? And I am studying full-time English program at in search. This is in preparation, is present tense. Now you are doing. This is in preparation for, what is that? Studying an MBA at the University of Technology, Sydney. So in Sydney he is doing his studies. Okay. Now, a couple of months, see what's it given? A couple of months ago. A couple of months ago, is it past tense or present tense or future? Past tense. So you are using I arrived. I arrived in Sydney a couple of months ago. And see here, for 10 weeks. So it is something continuous, isn't it? Action is continuous. So you have to use present perfect continuous. I have been studying. I have been studying English for 10 weeks. Are you clear about it? Okay, now, I really enjoy learning English. I enjoy learning English. So he is now in present. So he is using enjoy. Enjoy is a verb or an adjective? Verb. Right? I enjoy learning English because it's a global language and its. You are, what is that? You're not instead of is, you're using apostrophe s. Okay, if it is informal, if it is formal, you're using is, it is. It is. So in present tense, it's a global language, and knowing it gives me access to the world of information. So gives, it's the present tense or past tense? Present tense. You are using it, so you're using gives. So the subject is singular, so the verb should be in singular. When you add s to the verb, it becomes singular. It gives me access. Access means what? Connection to a world of information and contacts. So he is able to get a lot of contacts. So I hope to get a job with a multinational company. I hope to get. I hope to get. So the present tense is hope. I am hoping. Is hoping to get a job with a multinational company. See how the tenses are used, able to get it? Yes. Now coming here, such a long response would not be expected in part 1. In part 1, generally they don't go in for a long speech like this. Right? Only in part 2 and part 3. But this is actually the answer to several questions. A group or bracket of questions. So this entire thing, see, he is saying in a short speech, right? He's saying about himself, where is he coming from, what's he doing, what's he hoping to do. So by learning English, what are the gains he is gaining. So all the information he has given here. But here, all this consists of, the answers for the short questions. So here, what's your name? Where are you from? Right? The examiner will ask you a question. What's your name? Where are you from? So my name is so-and-so Philip. I come from Paris, right? This is the first question, answer for the first question. Do you work or are you a student? Do you work or are you a student? At the moment I am a student, right? For the second question the answer is, at the moment I am a student. What are you studying? What is the third answer? What are you studying? What are you studying? Third, I am studying a full-time English program at InSearch. This is in preparation for studying an MBA at the University of Technology, Sydney. For the third question, answer is that. For the fourth question, how long have you been studying this? How long have you been studying this? The fourth answer is, I arrived in Sydney a couple of months ago, and I have been studying English for 10 weeks, right? So the fifth question, do you like what you are studying? Do you like what you are studying? What is the fifth answer? I really enjoy learning English. He says, yes, I definitely enjoy learning English. Why? The reason is asked. Why? The answer, because this is a global language and knowing it gives me access to a world of information and contacts, right? So the seventh question, what do you plan to do when you finish your studies? What do you plan to do when you finish your studies? So what's the answer here? I hope to get a job with a multinational company. So generally when they ask you what's your name, don't just jump into everything, right? One by one they'll be asking questions, you can answer. So these type of long response is needed only for part 2 and part 3. Part 1, they break the question, the information into different question and they get the response from you. And coming here, function. What do you mean by function, sir? How your language is functioning from your mind. What type of tenses to be used? What is the grammar to be used? See, it gives one singular and singular verb. So what are the vocabularies to be used? He says contacts and information world contacts he gets. So describing people and or places. Your family, your friends, your favorite teacher, your favorite home, your favorite room or place. The grammar. How should the grammar be? Simple present tense when you want to say about something in the present. Then you are using present perfect tense. Where do you use present perfect tense, sir? I have come, I have seen, I have gone. She has come. Something in the past action till now. The past action which you are using it in present, there you are using present perfect tense. Time phrases. Time phrases, where do you see time phrases? See, at the moment is a time phrase, right? At the moment. These are the time phrases. Simple sentence. What do you mean by simple sentence? Only one verb should be there. What do you mean by compound sentence? Same type of sentences, right? Next, complex sentence. What do you mean by complex sentence? One sentence depending upon one other sentence. If I go to Paris, I can get a job. So one sentence depending upon other sentence. I'll get a job. This sentence depends upon which sentence. If I go to Paris. So it is called complex sentence. So preposition of time and place. What are the preposition of time and place, sir? On Monday, in the month of July, at 5 o'clock. So on, in and at with the place. On the table. In with the place. In the room. At the corner of the road. So prepositions of time and place. Vocabulary for family. What are the vocabularies you can use? Joint family, extended family, nuclear family. So accommodation, rooms and places. So you should know about the vocabularies, relevant vocabularies to be used at the time, right, sir? Now let me ask few questions. Yes. And then your name, full name? Dear friends, I am asking one of the I.E.L.T.S taker to come forward. Yes, Harita, we have amongst us. So let us check in the activity 1 what she is able to understand. We shall ask her questions and let us see how she answers. Yes. What's your name?
My name is Harita.
Where are you from?
And I'm from Chennai.
Do you work or are you a student?
At present, I'm a student.
Okay, what are you studying?
I'm doing my BSc Computer Science final year.
How long have you been studying? How long have you been studying this BSc Computer Science?
For past 2.5 years.
I have been studying for the past 2.5 years. Okay, do you like what you are studying?
Yeah, I just love my studies.
Why?
Because I love computer science.
That's all? What do you plan to do when you finish your studies?
I have planned to study MS in abroad.
MS in abroad. Okay. Could you say something about your favorite room or favorite place?
Okay.
Or could you tell about your favorite teacher? Anybody? Or could you say something about your family?
Okay. My favorite place is Chennai. I love this place because of the culture and the people surrounded here. I like beaches, theaters, and each and everything in Chennai. And I don't know what.
Fine, good. So, which country are you planning to go?
Have planned to go to France.
When do you plan to write your I.E.L.T.S examination?
On February 14th.
You're planning to take academic or general? Which academic?
Academic.
You're going for further studies,
Yes.
right? Okay. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
You.
Please come next. Taker, what's her name?
My name is T. Tilagam.
Where are you from?
I'm from Chennai,
Do you work or are you a student?
I'm searching job.
Do you work or are you a student? You are searching for a job,
Job.
unemployed. Okay. What are you studying?
I'm studying computer science engineering. B.
What are you studying now? That is your course degree. What are you studying now?
I'm studying bank.
And I.E.L.T.S exam, I.E.L.T.S coaching. Okay. Do you like what you are studying? Do you enjoy like what you are studying?
Yes,
Okay. Why?
because I like to join a government job.
Okay. What do you plan to do when you finish your studies? Okay. Describe about your home, about your hometown or the place where you come from.
My hometown is Perambalur. I like to live that place because that is my favorite place.
Okay, fine, Tilaga, all the best. Okay, next gentleman, please come forward. From sir.
I'm from Ielts.
Do you work or are you a student?
I am searching for a job.
What are you studying?
I am completed B.
Now what are you studying?
I am now doing full-time English course.
Preparing for I.E.L.T.S course,
Yeah.
right? Okay, how long have you been studying this?
For a month.
Okay. Do you like what you are studying?
Yes, I like.
Why?
I I concentrate on developing my English skills, so I like this.
What do you plan to do when you finish the studies?
I plan to do the I.L.T.S exam.
Can you describe about your friends, some of your friends?
No, I want to discuss about my hometown.
Okay, could you tell about your hometown?
I like my hometown because so much of temples and beach within the reach. Uh, it's pleasant for living. Uh, it's pleasure to my
So you're
to
taking
me.
IELTS general or academic?
General
Okay, when do you plan to take your exams?
in the next month.
Okay, very good. Please come forward, sir.
My name is Kamal Kumar.
Where are you from, sir?
Actually, I am from Rajasthan. Before 2 years, I am studying, living in Chennai.
Okay, do you work or are you a student?
Now I am student.
What are you studying?
I am studying interior design in second year.
How long have you been studying this
I will
course?
I will do in within 6 years.
Do you like what you are studying?
I like because I want to do in architecture in fourth year.
Okay, what do you plan to do when you finish your studies?
I planning is I want to do in architecture in Chennai also.
Could you describe about your family?
Yeah, I am living with my so- I'm living with my uncle because my mother's staying in Bangalore.
So you're taking IELTS examination. Good.
Yes.
Please sit down, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Dear friends, welcome to AS American IELTS Training Center. Prepare for IELTS skills and strategies. திறன்களை வளர்க்கக்கூடியதும் பேஜ் நம்பர் 107க்கு வந்திருக்கிறீர்கள். அப்போ ஆக்டிவிட்டி 13 பேசுவது, எழுதுவது, கேட்பது, வாசிப்பது 4 திறன்கள். அதற்கு மதிப்பெண் வழங்குவார்கள். அந்த மதிப்பெண்ணை வைத்து சர்வதேச அளவிலே உன்னுடைய ஆங்கில புலமை எவ்வளவு இருக்கிறது என்று பார்ப்பார்கள். இப்பொழுது பேசுவதற்கான அந்த பரீட்சை, பேசுவதற்கான அந்த பயிற்சி, Activity 13. Look at the following and complete the question by inserting a word or words that someone might ask when first meeting you. முதலாக ஒருவர் உன்னை சந்திக்கும் பொழுது கேட்கக்கூடிய கேள்விகள். What is your name என்று போட வேண்டும். நேம், உன்னுடைய பெயர் என்ன? Do you work or are you a student? நீ வேலை செய்கிறாயா அல்லது மாணவனாக இருக்கிறாயா? What do you like about your hometown? உன்னுடைய ஊரை பற்றி என்ன நினைக்கிறாய்? Where do you come from? எங்கிருந்து வருகிறாய்? How long have you been here? எத்தனை ஆண்டுகளாக மாதங்களாக இங்கே இருக்கிறாய்? Here is one person's possible self introduction. ஒருவர் சுயமாக அறிமுகம் செய்யும் பொழுது அவர் பேசக்கூடிய அந்த வாசகங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, my name is Philip, என்னுடைய பெயர் Philip, I come from Paris, நான் பாரிஸிலிருந்து வருகிறேன். At the moment I am a student, தற்சமயம் நான் ஒரு மாணவனாக இருக்கிறேன். தற்சமயம் என்று சொல்லும் பொழுது ஆம் பயன்படுத்துகிறார். I am studying a full-time English program at InSearch. This is in preparation for studying an MBA at the University of Technology, Sydney. இப்பொழுது நான் ஆங்கிலம் படித்து கொண்டிருக்கிறேன். இது MBA சிட்னியில் சென்று படிப்பதற்கான ஒரு படிப்பு. I arrived in Sydney a couple of months ago. ஒரு சில மாதங்களுக்கு முன்னர் நான் சிட்னிக்கு வந்தேன். முன்னர் என்று வரும்பொழுது arrived, வந்தேன் என்று பயன்படுத்தப்படுகிறது. And I have been studying English for 10 weeks. 10 வாரங்களாக என்று நேரம் கொடுக்கப்படுகிற பொழுது perfect continuous and I have been studying பயன்படுத்த வேண்டும். So I really enjoy learning English. நான் ஆங்கிலத்தை அனுபவித்து படித்துக் கொண்டிருக்கிறேன். Because ஏனென்றால் it is a global language. அது ஒரு உலகமயமான ஒரு மொழி. And knowing it gives me access to world of information. அதை பற்றி அறிந்து தெரிந்து கொள்ளும் பொழுது உலகத்தை பற்றி அனைத்து தகவல்களையும் என்னால் பெற முடிகிறது. And contacts. I hope to get a job with a multinational company. ஒரு சர்வதேச நிறுவனத்திலே ஒரு வேலை கிடைக்கும் என்று முழுமையாக நான் நம்புகிறேன். So இது ஒரு சுய அறிமுகம். But such a long response would not be expected. இவ்வளவு பெரிய நீண்ட சுய அறிமுகம் தேவைப்படாது. In part 1, part 1 part 2, part 3, பாகம் 1, பாகம் 2, பாகம் 3. பாகம் 1 நீண்ட பதில்களை சொல்ல வேண்டிய அவசியமில்லை. பாகம் 2, பாகம் 3 தான் நீண்ட விளக்கங்களை கொடுக்க வேண்டும். This is actually the answer to several questions. பல கேள்விகளினுடைய ஒட்டுமொத்த பதில் தான் இவை. அதை பிரிக்கும் பொழுது bracket of question என்னென்று பார்க்கிறீர்கள். What is your name? Where are you from? உன்னுடைய பெயர் என்ன? எங்கிருந்து வருகிறாய்? Do you work or are you a student? நீ வேலை செய்கிறாயா அல்லது மாணவனாக இருக்கிறாயா? What are you studying? என்ன நீ படித்துக் கொண்டிருக்கிறாய்? How long have you been studying this? எத்தனை ஆண்டு காலமாக நீ இதை படித்துக் கொண்டிருக்கிறாய்? Do you like what you are studying? நீ என்ன இதை படித்துக் கொண்டிருப்பதை நீ விரும்புகிறாயா? ஏன்? What do you plan to do when you finish your studies? உன்னுடைய படிப்பை முடித்தவுடன் அடுத்தது என்ன செய்யலாம் என்று நீ நினைக்கிறாய்? ஃபங்க்ஷன். ஃபங்க்ஷன் என்றால் என்ன? இயங்குவது. என்ன இயங்குவது? இங்கிலீஷ் மொழி இயங்குகிறது. கேட்ட கேள்விக்கு இயங்க வேண்டும் மனது, இயங்க வேண்டும் மூளை, இயங்க வேண்டும் அந்த ஆங்கில மொழி. ஸோ எப்படி இயங்க வேண்டும்? டிஸ்கிரைபிங் பீப்புள், மக்களை பற்றி விவரிக்கும் பொழுது, அண்ட் ஆஃப் பிளேசஸ், இடங்களை பற்றி விவரிக்கும் பொழுது, ஃபேமிலி, குடும்பத்தை பற்றி, ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸை பற்றி, ஃபேவரட் டீச்சர், உன்னுடைய ஆஸ்தான பிடித்தமான ஆசிரியர்களை பற்றி சொல்லும் பொழுது, உன்னுடைய ஃபேமிலி, குடும்பத்தை சொல்லும் பொழுது, உன்னுடைய ஹோம், இல்லத்தை பற்றி குறிப்பிட்டு சொல்லும் பொழுது, உன்னுடைய ஃபேவரட் ரூம், உனக்கு பிடித்த அந்த அறை ஆர் பிளேஸ், இடத்தை பற்றி விவரித்து சொல்லும் பொழுது உன்னுடைய மனது எப்படி இயங்குகிறது, உன்னுடைய மொழி எப்படி இயங்குகிறது, ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆஃப் இங்கிலீஷ் எப்படி செயல்படுகிறது, கிராமர், இலக்கணம் எப்படி இருக்க வேண்டும், சிம்பிள் ப்ரெசன்ட் டென்ஸ், சாதாரண நிகழ்காலத்திலே வாக்கியத்தை அமைக்கிறாய், ப்ரெசன்ட் பெர்ஃபெக்ட் டென்ஸ், நிகழ்கால தெளிவான எச்சத்தை பயன்படுத்துகிறாய், ஐ ஹவ் சீன், ஐ ஹவ் கம், டைம் ஃப்ரேசஸ், அட் த மூமெண்ட், இந்த நொடி பொழுதிலே, அதை போன்று வாசகங்களை பயன்படுத்துகிறாய், சிம்பிள் சாதாரண வாக்கியங்கள், காம்பவுண்ட் கூட்டு வாக்கியங்கள், காம்ப்ளெக்ஸ் கலவை வாக்கியங்களை பயன்படுத்துகிறாய், ப்ரீபோசிஷன் முன்னடை சொல் ஆஃப் டைம், நேரத்தை குறிப்பிடுறது, பிளேஸ், ப்ரீபோசிஷன் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அது டைமுக்கு வரும், பிளேஸுக்கு வரும், ஆணுன்னா மேலே, ஆணுன்னா ஆன் மண்டே, மண்டே நேர காலத்தை குறிப்பிடுகிறது, ஆன் த டேபிள் இடத்தின் மேலே இருக்கிறது, இன் இந்த மந்த் ஆஃப் ஜூலை மாதத்திற்கு இன் சென்னை சென்னையில் என்று வருகிறது, at டைமை யூஸ் பண்ணும்போது at 5 o'clock 5 மணிக்கு என்று வருகிறது, at the corner of the road அந்த ரோட்டினுடைய மூலையிலே. ஸோ ப்ரீபோசிஷன் முன்னடை சொற்கள் நேரத்திற்கும் இடத்திற்கும் வர வேண்டும். வொக்காபுலரி சொற்றொடர்கள், சொற்கள், ஃபேமிலி, குடும்பத்திற்கான என்னென்ன வொக்காபுலரியை தேர்ந்தெடுக்கலாம், அக்கமடேஷன் தங்குவதற்காக என்னென்ன சொற்களை பயன்படுத்தலாம், ரூம்ஸ் அறைகளுக்கு என்னென்ன பெயர்களை உபயோகப்படுத்தலாம், பிளேசஸ் இடங்களுக்கு என்னென்ன பெயர்களை உபயோகப்படுத்தலாம் என்று தெரிந்து இயக்க வேண்டும் உன்னுடைய மனதை. ஸோ நீ அடுத்து வரக்கூடிய வீடியோக்களில் மற்றவைகளை பார்ப்போம். தேங்க்யூ.